Hey YouTube, it's your girl Flo Bradley. Welcome to Journal the Journey Relaxer Edition. Today we're going to do a blow dry, and what you're going to need is lots of products and tools, which I'll go through when I actually start the process. But here are some of the things that you'll need: round brushes, combs, separators, detangle teasers, and alligator clips to clip your hair in sections. So the first thing I want you to do is like and subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications so you get more updates like this. And then you want to start in with a nice leave-in. I've already freshly washed my hair, and I do a leave-in conditioners because it really helps with the process. This is Silk Infusion that I put in first, and I just really distribute it throughout my hair like so. And make sure that you get it really in there. The second thing that I use is some Infusium 23. And I love this product. I've been using it forever, since I was a little kid. And you do the same thing. Michell Relaxing Balm. That's the next one that I use. And you don't have to use all these products. I use a ton of products very sparingly. You don't want to weigh down the hair, but I just find that this combination for my hair works. You're going to have to really look at what works for you. This is a Bonicure Repair product that I also mix with a little Olaplex 6, which is also a leave-in. The Olaplex and then the It's a 10 Silk, they both have heat protectants in it, so it really helps. Anyway, last thing is the Chi, and I put the Chi throughout, and that's just really to help with frizziness and things like that, because I do this every week. So I need it to last. And also I do workouts pretty much 5 times a week. I also play tennis, so there's a lot of things going on. So I take a wide tooth comb, and I couldn't find the brown one when I shot this video, so I'm using just my basic shower comb. Start from the ends, and it's really important that you detangle your hair. It's extremely, extremely important. So just know that it will help your blow dryer process. Use the clips, section it off, and I start always in the back. You don't have to, but this is what I do. Okay, and I then use a Tangle teaser or tamer. I think I got this from Sally's. And you really just want it in sections while you go through the hair and just kind of pull that through. I got hot. I'm going through menopause or something. I don't know, premenopausal. Part of this journey is really for aging hair. So I'm just going through the tension method, which I like to do first before I go in and use the brushes. And that just gets a lot of the moisture out and stretches my hair. You don't have to do this. This is just what I do for my hair. But if you want to go right in with the brush, you absolutely can. I just feel like my hair is very fragile when it's relaxed. So it's not as strong. That's why I use a lot of things like Olaplex. And if you want to know my shampoo process, I use K18 in this wash, which I'll go through a whole extensive thing about K18. So I actually didn't deep condition my hair at all for this, because you're not supposed to, but you can use leave-ins, which I find are fine. Yeah, it doesn't hurt my hair at all. So again, I'm using that Tangle Tamer. I think I called it teaser. It's either teaser or tamer. But it does. Look how it really gets in and gets through the hair. If there's any loose hairs that I didn't get out during the detangling shower process, it will get it out now. So you really want to avoid fairy knots when you're detangling the hair and blowing out the hair, because that can actually cause breakage. So that's why I really take my time with detangling like this. So I'm going in and just, again, stretching the hair out, making sure, and I'm just feeling how moist the hair is and how damp it is. Also, what's great about the Dyson, it really, with that isolator, really you can focus where the air is blowing, and then it actually has some technology, apparently. I don't know. They could be lying, but I haven't had any issues with my hair or challenges. But it senses how damp your hair is, and it kind of reduces the heat for you, which is great. And I've been blow drying my hair for about a year almost. Well, yeah, almost a year, probably about 8 months or so. I started around May or July. I can't remember, or June or July last year. I just couldn't sit under do a roller set anymore, which I will go through a roller set on this journey for y'all, because I do know that some people do not like to blow out their hair, and I was roller setting for most of my life. It's just that it just became too tiresome. I honestly, I got lazy with it. So yeah, so this is what I'm doing, and you can see that your hair should have movement. I'm kind of demonstrating that throughout. I do not also relax to complete straightness, so I'm more of a Texlax texture, and I use a firm with the fiber guard, which doesn't break down as harshly as some other products. I used to use, I think, Mazzani, yes, Mazzani butter blends, and that actually breaks down the hair quite a bit, and it does give you a nice sleek look. But I really just, my hair had some issues, and I don't know if it was because of that and mixture with color and some other things that I was doing. Which again, if you go through my journal the journey first episode, and my first video ever, it kind of goes through my hair journey a little bit, and you'll see some breakage. And that was when I was using that other product, which was the Mazzani. And not to shame Mazzani, I had some good experience with it. I just didn't want it to be completely straight. So you can see the difference as I go through the hair, and on the right side and the left side. So that was part one. Section two, I'm just going to kind of not go through the whole thing because it's the same thing as section one, but I do want to demonstrate here, bind the sections. And that is really just letting parts of that hair in the back. I just kind of use the brush to be able to combine it a little bit. So I didn't completely in the middle. You didn't notice this, and I didn't tell you that. I didn't completely dry it in the middle section because I knew I'd be putting a little bit more tension on it with the brush and combining the section. I think sometimes, I don't know what kind of breakage it's called, but middle breakage. People say that they experience it, and one of the culprits could be blow drying. Other culprits could be just how you wear your hair, if it's in a ponytail or whatever. So what I find when I do this, it prevents that middle type breakage. And so that's why I do it. I also, I'm doing the nape here. I'm not the nape, excuse me, the middle top portion. And I used to have a lot of challenges with that, but I really try to take my time with that. So, so it's coming along, and we're going to go ahead and do actually part 4. I've already done part 3 off camera, so I decided to just kind of speed this video up because it's the same as all the other parts as far as the products that you use. But I thought, let me show you how to do this front section. But the other side, I just did off camera. It's just so you know, you didn't miss anything. You aren't having a senior moment like sometimes I'm doing. But anyway, I used to be, again, bald in the back of my hair by my nape from Chemical Barn. And then I had some challenges growing up, and I used to have some nervous habits, and I used to pick my hair on the edges. In fact, I used to be somewhat bald there. So I do have still challenges still to this day because of that. And I play tennis. So I know that this part of my hair, you can see there's some breakage there, and I trim it away all of the time. We're looking at 4 weeks post relaxer hair that I'm blowing out here. So I try to trim it. I try to, after a few weeks, trim those sections a lot, just in between relaxer, because I find that just with wearing headbands and sweatbands and working out a bunch, which I'm not going to compromise. I think it's important to have health, not just healthy hair, but also inside, and as well as what you're doing for your temple, which is your body. And it's all total wellness and health. And I will be going through in Journal the Journey, kind of my health journey, because I've had some, health setbacks which I think can serve some people. So, but you don't have to sacrifice good hair, but I will tell you that you might experience more breakage and you just kind of have to take care of that as it comes along. But we will be going through how I kind of trim in between relaxers so that my hair kind of can stay on my head. That's the whole goal, to get it to stay on my head. I don't care about the length. I really care about it just staying on, especially as I'm getting up there in age. So, going back to the crown, that is what I was trying to call it, the crown. I really take my time with it because I have experienced ridiculous breakage here, and I think that is a problem for a lot of people. It's coarser hair here than in the back, even, and on the sides. And so I just, again, I do the tension method, and I do it in smaller sections. Now, could I do this a lot faster? Absolutely. I could absolutely do it faster than what I'm doing, but I feel as if if you do a good blow dry and you kind of take your time, one, I feel like your style lasts all week or for most of the week. And then two, I think you just have a better experience with what it looks like in the end. So I'm not going to show this here in this video because I've already shot actually a part 2 of this, which is the flat ironing process, excuse me. So I will show you that in another video. But if you can just blow dry your hair to as sleek as you can get it, your flat irons are going to look a lot better. And they're going to be fluffy if you want them fluffy. They're going to be silky if you want them silky. I like fluffy hair. I'm almost like a Farrah Fawcett wannabe. I am a child of the 70s, so I don't know. A big hair was a thing, and I embrace it. So you want to go in and do this kind of final shot of, not final shot, but just I use the different comb attachment to go in and just make sure it's all dry. And I then just kind of combined it. So I don't like the middle part. This is where you can change the parts too. If you kind of blew out your hair kind of all over the place, it helps it mold it a little bit more with using this attachment, the comb attachment. And then I use my rat tail comb to even more solidify how I want my hair to fall. So I like a side part. Again, I am old school. I just like the way that looks. So, and then I just use my hands, and look, you can see there's still a lot of movement. So one of the last things I do is when you want to make sure your hair is combed out and you can kind of feel that there's no snags or anything like that. But then I'm going to go ahead and do a cold shot. So I don't know why this works, but I feel like this just locks in everything good that you did in for your wash day. I feel like this really helps retain the moisture in your hair a lot better. And do not have like shiny hair. Naturally, I just don't. I'm more of a dull kind of hair. But it moves really well, and that's what I'm looking for in a blow dry. Now, when I do flat iron, you'll see, and I hope to get that out next week, but you'll see that that it will add a little bit of shine just with this silk press. But that's it. I hope you've enjoyed.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and share what you're also taking away and what kind of videos you'd like to see. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.